Hi everybody, this is try number 6, I guess. Not this particular time. This is only try number 2 for this particular video. Good grief, what is wrong with this thing? Hang on. If it's not one thing, it's another. It's either equipment or editing program or whatever's going on. I guess I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I should just shut up, because a lot of people are saying the same things that I'm saying, and I don't know that nobody on the left is listening, because they have lost the ability of rational thought. But one reason I got on here today was talk about this ridiculous controversy over upside down flag. The first time that flag was flown that way was in 1854 in an abolitionist meeting. Henry David Thoreau was there, Sojourner Truth was there, and other men were there. Abolitionists. The left can't get behind an anti-slavery movement. What's wrong with y'all? It's always meant a country in distress. Always. And forever. Amen. It doesn't mean MAGA. It doesn't mean Trump. It doesn't mean we're in the Trump cult. This country was in distress far before Trump was even a blip on the radar. When he was young and popular and all the celebrities and everybody loved him, you know, all the same ones that hate him now, the same ones, he was saying exactly the same things, and they were all over it. Now, he's saying the same things he said back then when he was in his 30s and 40s, and they don't like it. It's amazing. The only explanation is people themselves have changed. He hasn't changed. He said the same things ever before he even got into politics. I've watched some videos of him way back then when he was married to Ivana. Sorry, I get those two names mixed up. Ivana, the first wife. Way back then, he was popular. People loved him. And I mean, people you are leftists now. People like Robert De Niro, the guy that wears platform shoes this high. You know, the little impotent guy. I'm talking about in the way he deals with his life, not. Okay. I saw NPR radio post about, this is a pro-Trump protest to fly your flag upside down. No, it's not. The country's in distress. It's because it's in distress. The lawfare going on against Trump is only one of those. The blatant double standard that Bill Clinton can pay off women. I'm not saying Trump did. He says he doesn't know that that's what he was doing. He was paying Cohen. Cohen was doing it because Cohen was trying to feather his own bed. And he was stealing. He's the only victim in the trial was President Trump. Cohen should be in prison, but they already knew what he did and they didn't put him in. Blatant double standard. The country's in distress. We can't depend on even the Supreme Court anymore. They talk about this has got to get to the Supreme Court. I don't think we can depend on them anymore. They've shown themselves to be completely undependable. So, 1854 started out as an abolitionist symbol. I thought leftists thought everybody was still in slavery now, and I think they'd get behind the abolitionist symbol, wouldn't they? No? They don't know which end is up. So, I want to talk about that. I am now flying that flag on my house upside down. My Bonnie Blue was tattered, and I had to order another one until it gets here. That one's flying by itself, and when the Bonnie Blue gets here again, it will fly in conjunction with the upside down American flag, U.S. flag. Country is in distress for all sorts of reasons. All sorts of reasons. Did you hear about the appropriations bill, the DOJ, the military spending, Department of Defense bill that Biden's threatened to veto, because it gets rid of a loophole where veterans who need financial help are being denied their Second Amendment rights to purchase a firearm. Men who know how to use them, men who are disciplined. Anybody can be in trouble in Biden's economy. How does that make you a felon? How does that make you on the same level with a felon? Sick, sick, sick. Biden's going to veto the entire bill. if they don't remove that loophole clause. He wants them to not be able to buy fire. It's just another avenue of gun confiscation. Of course, they don't want veterans having firearms, but see, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, 99% of veterans already own firearms. They don't need to go buy any. And she's going, oh, this suicide. How suicide and financial responsibility, just because you're having trouble with money doesn't mean you're going to kill yourself. And if you wanted to, there's a million ways to do it, including suicide by cop. Oh, that would be an easy one today. Easy. Another crazy thing I wanted to mention is about the green energy. Wind turbine energy, wind energy is not green, because each one of those turbines requires an oil change once a year. You know how many gallons it takes? They have to distill 12,000 gallons of crude-based synthetic oil down to 80 gallons. Each one of them uses 80 gallons and has to be completely changed once a year, like a car. Yeah. It may be, it's an interesting situation of a certain color, but sure ain't green. So, that aside, I thought I would just show you the quilt top that I finished. I finished the quilt top. The border is in the marbled gold that is in the center of the 9 patch blocks, to kind of bring the theme out there. And my husband picked that out. He picks that one. I said, here's 3 colors for the border. Which one do you like? He said, well, I like this one because it pulls the gold out of the center. Well, okay, so that's what the border is. And the binding on it that completely encloses it at the end, it's going to be a darker color, because I may be able to take the backing fabric, which I ordered and I'm waiting for it to get here. I may be able to take the backing and turn it over to the front and sew it on that way. So the backing and the binding are the same fabric, without having to separately make binding and attach it, which I hate doing. Boy, I sound funny today. I don't know why. I guess pollen again. My voice hasn't been right since the pollen started. It's crazy. So, I'm trying to maintain my sanity. How do you live a peaceful life in a world of chaos? Well, you kind of have to step out of it. You have to step away from it. Focus inwardly on your home and your family and your preps for your family's safety and nutrition for when you are stuck in your house because we're under martial law or whatever the heck the leftists dream up for us. Or we're under attack by all the Chinese and the people from the Middle East have been coming over here, and they're all placed around the country. All they got to do is activate themselves. And nobody's got to attack. They're already here. And you might not want to leave your house for a while. It might be a little dangerous to walk out your door. You might want to prepare for that. And how do you prepare when you don't have any money? Well, everybody's got some money, and I'm sure you're spending it on things you don't need that are not food, and not medical supplies, and not water, and not alternative energy. Take some of that and throw it to the other side. Throw it over your preps. And you know what the solution is? Just like my friend says, he said, how do you get much, how do you get 7 years of food, or however many years of food that you're trying to go for? And he said, get more. That's it, get more. Canned goods will last you a lot longer than you think. I opened an 8-year-old jar of green beans we grew and canned. They didn't have that much taste at that time, at that 8 years old, but they were still nutrition and they were still edible. Just might have to put a little bit more salt on them. But yeah, get more. Just get more. Keep getting more. Well, we were checking things off the list. We went to buy a dryer last night. Our dryer just was, it appears to have this, it would make the sound like you're drying chains in the dryer. It's probably it's a bearing. It's a bearing. It sounds like a bearing. And the belt may be shot. The dryer's 15 years old. So we got our money's worth out of it. They don't make that dryer anymore. And so we were relegated to a dryer that fit our closet. Our laundry closet is in the kitchen, and it was built in the 1990s. Therefore, it was built for a lot smaller unit than they make today. and only one would fit in there, and it just happened to be the cheapest one they had in the whole place. It's a very basic hot point. I think GE makes hot point or vice versa. I think it's the same company now. So we have that, and my husband, I don't know if I want to pay them to take it away, because they charge you $50 to take it away. They charge you $55 for a kit, installation kit. So it, the whole dryer came out to like $580 or something like that. So that was pretty good, actually, because one of my subscribers said, I just bought a Speed Queen set and it was $2,800. I'm like, yikes, that's a lot. But I saw why. I mean, most of them are very expensive. It's just that that's the only one that could even fit in my closet, because it can't be any deeper than a certain amount and any wider than a certain thing. And the depth was the problem. Anyway, so that's neither here nor there. I want to start rambling anymore, but my battery's going dead again, so maybe I'll get this one out. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in lately, except to get more mood. Grow your gardens, get more.